much evil, so much trouble in the world, and most only care about themselves. Almost like a modern Sodom and Gomorrah filled with sin and wild girls. If we stand together and make a change, we can be okay. If positivity is just a mindset, then we can always be irate. Count your blessings each and every day, because you never know if it might go away. This life is so fiery, so let's all be irate. If we stand together and make a change, we can be okay. If positivity is just a mindset, then we can always be irate.
How's it, guys?
And we actually got it on time.
And girls, yeah.
Yes.
Even you being
Welcome to the
Flamers 5 today, missing one. There's a competition out.
Okay.
They had to tell us who would be missing today.
Oh, did it?
But we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Okay.
That's why there's someone missing. We just fired him for it now.
starting bets on who's not here.
But you represent
Yeah, you
Well,
are.
on that point, so we're late today because our Bri Boy was late. So actually, it's my fault we're late today. Normally, you guys are fucking up. Today it was me. I'm sorry. So I'm Bri Boy.
Robert, yeah, go and grow. How's it, guys?
Rinus, I'm representing Sons of Fire, the South African chapter from now on.
But we'll tell you more about that now. I'm Isak from Kendisanol.
And we're the Flamers 4 today. So,
again.
we missed you actually watching Bro.
Louise, he was nagging me, when are we starting?
Yeah, how's it, Tim?
Yeah, I think he's got.
Do they have internet? No, but it's carrier pigeon. So Tim, when you get this, hey, that'll be a day or two later, but yes. It was recorded live.
If you hit 3G there, it's like LTE in town.
Oh, it's like rain. I mean, it's either there or it's nothing. So it's okay, let's not badmouth the jokes.
So yeah, what today we're going to be doing, we're going to have the guys from UMYA coming in, plus we've got Pauly's hot sauce. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting episode.
I saw the little story that was sent around the group. So interesting little story there behind the sauce and why and how, what it does. So I'm looking forward to the sauces today. It should be interesting. They look all the same, but are we just having one sauce today?
Basically, there's two sauces. One is a pineapple habanero, and then there's a pulp version of it, and then the second one is a chocolate habanero with a pulp version
of it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. Well, I'm looking forward. The story sounds interesting.
And then we've got a little hidden one that we forgot to do last week, so it'll come out.
Last week was hot. Another little one.
Yeah. So. Yeah, so well, without further ado, I think, like I said, I was a little late, so give me a few minutes extra on the wings today. Sorry, guys. I'll get that going. But at least I'm pre-prepped. Everything is ready.
Thanks, bro.
Get them going. So, thank you guys in a few minutes.
Welcome, the guys from UMYA. Hey. Yeah, I'm on that spot.
Lekker guys, welcome.
On that space.
Yeah, we're all good. Nice and comfy.
Hey, introduce yourself.
Go for it.
I'm Ryan from UMYA.
How's it, guys? Damien from UMYA. Yeah, thank you guys for the invite. It's awesome to be here.
No, lekker man. Lekker, it's great to have you here. A lot of the cannabis growers would obviously,
Be very familiar with the brand.
But that's why we're here today, to get you out on the capsicum guys, so you can chat to them a bit.
Sure, thank you. Yeah, we've recently had some interest from the chili growers and capsicum guys, and yeah, the products are very versatile and can be used across a broad spectrum of plants, and yeah, chilies and peppers being one of them.
Very close to cannabis. We've realized our soil, which is cannabis specific, does wonders for the chili tea. So yeah, it's a very close proximity in the two plants, or very close nutrients that they would require.
Yeah, so one of the things that I think you gain some benefit from our range is that you can tweak and adjust, and with the variety of products from the base to the additives, you can really fine-tune it for your specific plant. And yeah, the base nutrients will take you from your seed through to your fruit. And then the little bits and bobs in between kelp and CalMag, foliar sprays, really just to take your plants to that next level. So yeah.
Sounds organic and not nuclear radiated.
Yeah. No, look.
No, not as hot as the sauces I believe we're going to be trying today.
Bit nervous. You see, I'm quiet here on the end of the couch. I don't want to say something and I have to eat, something too hot.
So you've then obviously got specific nutrients right through from your veg to your flowering to boost your harvests and things like that.
Yeah.
So tell us about the whole range, what's all in it. And
Okay. Where do we want to start?
From
Should we start with
the
this?
seedlings.
Okay, well you start with seedlings. Do you want to take this one?
Yes, so alright guys, we focused on three key areas, right? Root, shoot and fruit. Starting with pot radix. Radix is Latin for roots. So when you've got seedlings or you've just transplanted your plants outdoors or into new pots, pot radix is really going to help to establish a root base. A good healthy root base allows for your plants to really grow nice and vigorously as they transition into a vegetative phase. And when they do, you've then got pot grow, which increase nitrogen levels, slightly higher potassium levels, and it's going to help your plants just to proliferate their shoots and their leaves. And that's really the energy power plants for your plants, should I say. And then as they start to flower and begin to fruit, we've got the pot flora, so slightly lower nitrogen levels, much higher phosphorus and potassium levels, and that'll then take you right through to your point of harvest. A product to use all the way through from sort of start to finish is beneficial microorganisms, keep your soil healthy and alive. That's Moss Blend. And then on the liquid side of things, we've got multifoliar spray. When you want to give your plants that little bit of love, your pots are wet and they could do with a feed. Multifoliar covers your plants in that vegetative phase.
That brings out that vibrance in the leaves and
that's it.
Just that deep colouring and things, right?
And if you've got slight deficiencies that you'd like to treat them rather rapidly, a foliar feed is one of those really quick ways to get that done. So that's where the multifoliar comes in, and you can use it at any point on your chili plants at any point in the growth cycle. And then we've got the CalMag Essential, which is a complex cation enhancer. It's a soil conditioner. So if your soil, or if you're growing in soil or cocoa medium, adding that in just allows for better nutrient uptake and more efficient use of your nutrients. So over a period of a grow, you find that you'll use less overall fertilizer because your uptake is better and more efficient. And then we've got our multi-kelp. It's a seaweed extract. So 3 different sources of kelp just to stimulate, once again, root, shoot and fruit. So really bushy plants, greater amounts of fruit. And what was the last? The NC32 is liquid nitrogen, real Red Bull for your plants.
I've seen that take off in the sales lately as well.
So I mean, amazing for lawn.
It does have wings on the shelf.
Yeah, it's amazing for lawn as well. I mean, it's one of those things. You want that nice looking garden. There we go. That's the other thing about with all of our stuff, we don't limit ourselves to just chilies, to cannabis, to one specific type of plant. The stuff is versatile. It can be used on a multitude of plants. At the end of the day, it comes down to just dosing it. Is if you've got a sensitive plant that's sensitive to fertilizer, please don't go use the full dosage. You love your plants, so feed them accordingly. And that's
Talking about that, I've also noticed some new packaging on the shelves. So they seem to be a
little bit smaller. We put them in the washing machine for a bit too long. They got a bit smaller.
We still have the big ones for the guys who do your real big grows, but I see you've tailored now to more the home use.
On the smaller side is that price-wise it makes sense. All right, a lot of guys have come to us and said, we bought a 500 gram or 500 ml and it's just lasted forever, and a lot of guys either end up throwing it away or it goes to waste, and really in trying to reduce and limit amount of waste, these products fit in, and budget-wise, they really do make sense. You know, for a home grower who's not using that much, and because the products stretch so far, yeah, we came out with the call them the little minis.
Yeah, well,
mini packs.
Next question, does a grower now have to go run out and buy every single one of these packs, or is it specific to the way that you're growing or the medium that you use to grow?
No, so it's certainly not necessary to get the full range straight off the bat. We've taken care of the base, and the base is really the pot range for your pot plants, right? So
This one.
there we go. So pot radix, pot grow, and pot flora. For capsicum growers, you really are only going to need your grow and your flora. Obviously, if you are trying to take it one step further and you care about your seedlings that you're putting out and you want to give them that first little light feed, the pot radix is a good place to start. And then as you become familiar with the range and you start to notice small adjustments in performance in your plants and things that you'd like to tweak and adjust just to get a little bit of an extra yield or greater taste, then you can start with the Moss Blend. Moss Blend is a product you can use at any point in time, can never overdo it, and your soil just gets healthier and healthier. Yeah.
Beneficial life, you know, at the end of the day, we think that we, you know, are so smart and so clever, but there's these little bugs that live in your soil that are so much more powerful than what you know.
Without them, we don't have food to eat.
Exactly, you know. I mean, they do a lot of the heavy lifting as well, you know. So it's all good to go and feed your soil fertilizer, but if there's no life to help the plant digest that, you know, you're not going to get the yields you expect. You're not going to get the flavors you want out of the plants, and then just overall soil health. You know, there's stuff in Moss Blend that takes care of certain parasites, certain diseases that you want to avoid, you know. So that's just one of those, you know.
Can you use this in hydroponics?
So
yes and no. So Moss Blend is one of the products we advise keeping out of hydroponics, just a very high carbon content, and the beneficial microbes that will start to go off. And so in a hydroponic sense, keep Moss Blend out. The powder feeds, yes, you can make use of, as well as the CalMag Essential. We are still doing extensive testing on the hydroponic side, and without revealing too much, there could be a specific hydroponic line on its way. So yeah, we are very excited about that. You know, it is a new form of farming, and it's one where water is more efficiently used, and yeah, we'd like to cater to those clients.
Oh, lekker, man. Awesome.
Nice to have that news out on the Capsicum show.
Yeah.
Getting to you first, guys.
Sorry guys, I saw the internet was a bit bad there, so I think it's a bit better now. So excuse us for that. So yeah.
Very informative, guys. Thanks a mil, man.
Thanks so much for having us on.
Yeah, well, you guys are going to hang around and try some wings now. We got some sauces coming up. And then we got some great news, huh? Sons of Fire.
You've got some bragging rights, I believe.
So big shoes to fill. Yeah, no, got appointed as the herald for the South African chapter of the Sons of Fire group. Yeah, thanks guys.
Yeah.
Yes, we will definitely have to step up. So yeah, this is what we...
Yeah, show the people out there. So, but obviously, what you're showing them now was before you had to fill these big shoes. Now there's going to be add-ons in between the two patches there.
Yeah, look, it's a great bunch of people that's involved. Do a lot of good for the community. So, yes, I'm so blessed to be part of it, man. And hopefully there can be some more guys that jump on board eventually with us. So, yeah, just stay tuned. We will be in touch with everybody else.
As soon as I eat my first Reaper, I'll get back to you on that one. I tried some Reaper last night, man. I died. So, yeah, I'm still getting there. Well done to you, though, and congratulations.
Yeah, okay. I see you're so nervous about filling these shoes. You're sweating already just talking about it.
Yeah,
man, I tell you, I'm hungry, eh?
It's like a humid here today.
It is.
And guess what's coming in?
Ooh, Pauly's hot sauce. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
part of the show.
Lovely, lovely.
Okay, and
What I will do.
You're sitting in.
Well, no, they're sitting in. I'm going to sit just there and I'll give you some comments from the peanut gallery. Yeah?
Okay.
And we come this way down the
What I
line.
want to know is how many must I feed them? How many are sitting in to eat?
2.
Two, both of you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well,
There we go.
Probably get away with sharing.
yes.
No, not quite.
Oh, shucks.
Yeah, there's along.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
so I will then.
You get a special sharing platter. No, this is for you two.
Okay.
Just I wasn't sure if there's going to be 1 or 2 of you, so now you get a sharing platter. Here's like that.
Okay.
Yeah, man, it's reasonable.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
So we'll start off with some pineapple first. What do you gentlemen think about pineapple on your chicken?
Yeah, does sound.
Well, that's the normal
I
sauce.
love it. What a pleasure to have it. Ooh la la. Hey, this
I
is
can see
gonna
the
be a-
color there.
This is
So there's a
gonna be
story,
very,
Isak.
very nice.
Yes, let's get to the story before we start chowing.
Yeah.
No.
What is the lovely
You can sit- you
gentleman's
can sit in the hall.
name who sent the story?
Paul.
Paul.
And now?
Mr. Paul, thank
So
you
where
for
did-
not sending a 10-page long story.
Are you sure?
Don't take
Good.
No, because I'm missing one. That's why I was, that's what I'm saying.
Maybe it wasn't the shows, and maybe it was
It was, yeah, you did leave it here last week.
Hey, fuck. Okay, so I still haven't found my hat yet, but at least I found mine.
One of your plates.
One of the plates.
I thought you booked to Stain to be my photography.
Okay.
Okay, so Pauly's hot sauce.
Yeah, so let's hear the story behind it. So Paul says, being of Mediterranean descent, I have always had a passion for food. The benefit of having been born and bred in SA, I'm sure you know that us, Portuguese, love chili sauce. I always experimented with different chilies and methods, like cooking and pickling. During lockdown I followed Sean, aka Chili Chump, on YouTube. I loved the fermentation process and gave it a bash. I bought Kilner 3-liter fermentation jars from Takealot. From the first one, my sauce was a hit. I've now been experimenting with different percentages of my main ingredients, namely bird's eye, habaneros, garlic and salt. That sounds amazing. Yes, there are a few other herbs that I add, but that's for me to know.
Obviously.
See, you sir, you know. You have to always, guys. We don't stress this enough. You can give out all of your ingredients, but there's always a secret little thing that you do that makes your sauce stick out from the rest.
Yes, our green chili sauce. So there's a secret little ingredient that makes it stick out from the rest. So yeah, we'll try some green chili sauce after the show.
Exactly.
Got to you.
So
Yeah, exactly.
It's got to you, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I blend all of this into mash, no brine, with copious amounts of garlic. That's awesome. Ferment for 4 to 6 weeks, then I process and add red wine vinegar. The pulp is also used as a paste, which I included, or add extra red wine vinegar to make a sauce. My most popular one so far is the chocolate habanero sauce, which also had bird's eye, a few cayenne chilies from my garden, and had full of wine, white fatali. Oh, that sounds lovely. The heat doesn't hit you when you start eating, it builds. And then you want to add more. I'm aiming for the taste and heat. Please critique and let me know. We shall do. We shall do.
Okay, where are we starting?
Okay, the peanut gallery.
Okay, well, yeah.
The peanut gallery is already started on the pineapple. I couldn't wait. Smelled great.
Oh, this smells insane.
It complements this chicken,
Yeah, pineapple always, whenever we get a pineapple sauce, it always goes lacquer with the chicken.
especially the smoke.
Yeah.
Now you can actually get the smokiness coming
With
through
the-
prominently with the sauce.
Okay, so our guests today are looking a little hesitant.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm normally the wuss in the show. So it's actually lacquer. Now we've got bigger wusses on the show. Yay!
Man, this is lovely. I tell you, this is,
the beginning is yum yum yum, then it's
Yeah. It starts off with all smiles and fun and games.
we had a fermented sauce on Wednesday, which also tickled my taste buds. I must say, this is a very, I would put these two in pretty much the same league. This is the difference between an off-the-shelf, I almost wanted to say a name, but an off-the-shelf fermented, mass-produced fermented sauce to
Yeah.
these. the flavor is just bursts in your mouth.
Like a little linger, but not.
And
Flavor
like it
is
says,
a 9 out of 10.
When are we going to do the chocolate?
Heat rating? What's the heat rating out of 10 for?
There's a chocolate pulp and a chocolate.
You want to do the pulp first?
The last.
no, it's not. So
And this one?
I heard it cold, so I don't want to give comment just yet. I'm waiting for it to build.
But okay, pineapple pulp. Do you want some of the pulp now, or?
It does bold.
No, let's do the pulps the second round.
All right.
What's your heat rating out of 10 for this one?
Like a point
Chocolate
five.
habanero.
Yeah.
no, I'm going to give it a good 4 or 5. So it's a low one. Say, so your average human would put it like 4 or 5. It's definitely got heat. I don't know if you guys feel it,
No.
but it's nothing unbearable.
This is
And you
making me
eat a
wanna
whole
come back.
bucket of wings with this sauce.
Yeah,
And
no, it's a family sauce, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is.
This would go lovely with lots of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's how I normally judge it. Can I eat like 12 wings of it without dying? So some of them you can have like 2 drops on one wing and that's it.
So you can-
This you can eat a whole lot and say, hey, that was a lacquer.
Sorry.
chip.
Yeah, I agree.
For us,
So the
always
next one-
wasting. Look at that.
Yeah,
for
but
a change.
yeah, but not just about the waste. Normally, the moment there's such a contraption, I don't know if you guys can see on the camera there, such a contraption or type of bottle that makes you squeeze drops out,
That's it,
that's
be
a
careful.
sign that you shouldn't douse your thing with that sauce.
And it's also duty free does it so that you can't decant back into the bottle. So yeah, so
Exactly.
Well,
You
that
see.
joke that's going around where the oak put the Tabasco thing inside a takeaway cup. So you went for the straw inside this one too.
Yeah, this is one that you got to definitely do that with.
This
that right?
one
No, it's
smells.
hot.
No, that's
Definitely
good
not
sauce.
hot.
Yeah, this is a very, very
As hot as what we've had. That's got a butter.
But here go the clothing.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're getting a bit of a side shot. Yeah.
Something decent on underneath there.
I can smell the chocolate pepper in there.
It's lovely, eh?
Greenest amount of diseases we got to.
Wow.
That
That is
the
beautiful.
color just warns you that this is gonna be hot. Like,
But I didn't know that about the spout, which is Spencer. It's there
I need to try
I'll
it
find
too.
out now.
I think this is the first chocolate habanero sauce we're actually tasting.
Yeah. To be honest, I didn't even actually until recently knew there was a chocolate habanero. There's so many varieties out there.
And it's not made of chocolate though.
We've done that chocolate bootleg.
But
No, chocolate bootla is that's horrible.
I saw something that I'm going to experiment with for us on the show that we can maybe release as a product the other day on a international YouTuber whom I follow, Brian Ames. They had a specific company that sent them
yeah, I'm waiting for that.
Scotch bonnets that was dipped, fresh pods dipped in chocolate, packaged and sent through to them. And I want to experiment with a similar snack for us to try on the show.
That's something to try, yes.
Just shout out, boss.
Okay, so again, maybe it's my imagination, but
A bit more burn.
I'm tasting. I thought chocolate was just because of the color. So chocolate habanero is just because of the color of the habanero. I'm tasting. What else has he got in here? Okay, there's no ingredient list.
No, that's a secret, remember?
This is different to your regular habanero. I'm actually tasting
Yeah, it's not as fruity.
different flavor. Yes.
And I think apart from the color, if I remember correctly, the reason why your chocolate varieties of the peppers, the taste and the smell actually kind of remind you of chocolate.
Yes.
And with your hotter
That's what I'm saying,
peppers, you don't get that chocolatey taste, but something like your Ethiopian chocolate pepper, which is very low on the heat and Scoville scale, you more get the chocolatey than the burn. And for me personally, when it comes to the hotter things like a chocolate ghost and that, you kind of lose the chocolatiness and you more get the burn and the ghost kind of flavor. But with the habanero and down, you taste that chocolatiness.
That's also is it just subliminal because I hear the word chocolate that I'm tasting chocolate, but I'm tasting
Okay.
Here's the
chocolate.
pulp, so the
Yes,
chocolate
it
needs to have it more prominent.
Yeah, it's still a bit more prominent with the pulp.
Okay, well, let's try the other one first because that one is hotter. So the chocolate habanero is hotter.
But this is a,
Can taste it, burning your tongue.
we must try the pineapple
It
one.
needs
The wing. Don't
Yeah.
try it by
Yeah, let's
itself.
try the pineapple one first.
Yeah, like,
You're
go
doing it the other way
first.
around.
Right, so right, the peanut
You see,
gallery can be what they like
you
today.
see, the peanut gallery is made up of peanuts, that's why.
Yeah, maar hoe eet ons nou daai?
We couldn't miss the opportunity. We're going to do this one on a wing.
Yeah, this camera we can see.
I'm going to get some more of this
Pineapple
sauce.
sauce is amazing.
Yeah, no, the pineapple one is very, very lekker. I think the
Yeah, but I want to get
chocolate
more
was
sauce
a little
in.
bit too hot for me to eat
Pulp
a
as
whole
well,
basket
yeah.
full. It's lekker. I'm enjoying that. Because this is the first time I've tasted chocolate habanero. I've never tasted.
No, we've never done one
anything like
before.
that.
No, it's actually a good taste. Like
it's a good taste, but a little bit too hot for me to eat a whole plate of it.
Yeah, I reckon the pulp is a little on the warmer side. Something that you would more put into your food and cook with.
But that gets to the same theory. If you look at the Ghost Toasty that I made, the tincture version is less hot than the one with the actual pulp, or I call it the chunky bits inside, the sauce version. And that's why. And still, like, yeah, no, it's
tasty.
You see, you actually need to scoop it to show.
Well, the mouth is watering.
Wow, it's nice. Like
Pauly's.
Okay, so
Pauly's sauce
doesn't really work on a wing. What are we doing?
This one.
Oh, that's almost lekker.
Wow.
but
pulp's nice in the sauce.
but that's the thing. I can't remember.
Oh yeah, this would go really well in a dish. Cooking with that. Oh wow.
Yeah. So there was someone in the comment section. I can't remember what they commented on. How am I able to taste the wings and all this and all that? So just to stress again, getting back to the point, same as you being a bit of a fussy eater sometimes. When it comes to certain textures, normally I have a problem with that due to my ADD.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of times when it comes to the more pulpy stuff, or the more like, what's the word? Your chunky bits and your relishes, your cowboy candy and that. That's sometimes why I put either very little with your cowboy candy. I scoop a bit of the oil and not the actual chunky bits inside there.
Yeah.
So just to answer the question for whoever was out there doing the comments, I'm sorry that I can't remember who you were and what you commented. But
you don't care enough about your fans to not learn their names. Sus on you, damn it.
It's 1.2 million.
Yeah, okay, we can't remember all 1.2 million of our fans. You know what? I'll make an effort. I'll make a list.
Yeah, I'll start trying making more of an effort.
It's got a nice. The flavor is even more intense in the sauce. Yeah. Well
Where's
done.
the chocolate one? Is that stop doing it?
Yeah, so here's the chocolate one that Rob tried, and he's now trying the one that
I
he just
prefer
did.
the chocolate pulp to the one we've just eaten. It's got a bit of a back taste for me. I'm not. Yeah, maybe in a dish, in a curry tuna. Once you curry it, yeah, maybe that'll be great. This, I'll still put on my wings again.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, but yeah, the relish, I agree. The relish didn't, that pulp relish, that the pineapple relish at least, didn't work with the wings. It's
The sauce is
functional.
amazing, and it's made from the same.
It's lekker, yes. Yeah, yeah, sauce is. I'm going to definitely be showing a lot of that after the show.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so sometimes, well, okay, so I did promise us cheese grillers today.
Oh yeah.
Good news is I finally got staff, so all my staff ways I done. So thanks to all the 1.2 million that sent staff my way. All that shit finished last night, yeah, so from now on, I'll have my shit together, I'll be on time, we're going to start doing cheese grillers.
Are we ever on time, dude?
Yeah, but okay, I will be on time, now it'll be somebody else's. Yeah. But yeah, that would go back with like the grillers and crackers and cheeses and all of that sort of stuff. We'll start bringing that into show, because now we're not doing that pulp justice by trying it on something that doesn't complement.
But that also shows. That also adds to the point, not just is it important to mix different kind of flavors with the right kind of food, but textures also play a big part.
I don't know for sure.
Now we're gonna have something. Sorry guys that I forgot last week.
Strange enough, sorry to interrupt.
Hey,
I get those, no, yes, Vivian. I'm not getting as much of that chocolate as I got in the sauce. So the pulp ones,
It's got more of a burn, I think, but
yeah, I'm getting
flavor.
more of the burn. But the flavor on this, I'm blown away. I'm tasting fucking chocolate. That's so cool.
How does somebody mark their stuff excruciating? I just wanted to see your face. That's really so tell us about it.
Okay, so we forgot about the ram jammies, habanero and lemon sauce last week. I didn't pull it out of the cupboard, and I thought, well, let's chuck it in the.
but let's be honest, that's a bonus for Ram Jammies, because now they're getting 2 episodes technically. So you are spread over 2 episodes.
Okay, with the name of Ram Jammy, less than spreading.
habanero and lemon hot sauce.
Now this chocolate habanero we definitely need to stock. That's a very unique sauce.
I don't think, as you say,
Saucy one,
no,
yeah,
we
yes,
haven't had any yet. So, and we don't have anything similar on our shelves.
Hey. Got some of our local
Ladies and
fans speaking
gentlemen,
through the
3
window
Main
there.
Road Irene. We have a
Hey, we haven't
wonderful
announced that. How many
selection.
times did we do that?
A
3 Main
wonderful
Road,
selection.
Irene, Crossroads, yeah, 2nd floor. What's this shopping centre's name, by the way?
It's the Irene Village Centre, but not to be confused with the Irene Village Mall, which is in Pierre van Ryneveld.
Yeah, but the centre and the mall are 2 different things. They're slightly...
Exactly, but people, because of the village and Irene Village in the name, people confuse the two all the time.
And
Myself included in the beginning.
I've just put some now.
When you have it by itself.
And now it's too hot. Okay, yeah, fork.
This one feels a bit almost, I don't want to say watered down, but very, very light. Very mild on the flavour. I think that's a better description.
The flavour's still good, but it's not, it's subtle.
Yeah, very mild.
Well, we had a very strong flavour and taste.
I have got a bit of...
Yeah, that's also true.
Got that heat cooking there.
No, I see that. I think that one's too hot for me.
I'm definitely going for some of Pauly's sauces again. That one with a funny top on it, which should come with a warning. Definitely having some of that. And the pineapple. I think it's a clear winner today.
So here's the thing,
Thank you, Pauly.
A random idea that I got. He's the pulp version of a sauce, like this one with him and other ones, but especially his. You make 2-minute noodles at home and you pick your favorite flavor and you want to add a bit of heat to it, but you also want to thicken the sauce, the flavoring sauce of the noodles.
Yeah.
While you're busy cooking, you add a bit of this in and stir it in.
Yeah, that'll work well. But yes, Pauly. Is it actually Pauly? Is that his name, Pauly?
Paul.
Paul. Oh, obviously Paul. Paul, well done, bro. This pineapple habanero, like I said, to me the clear winner today. Very
Oh
good.
yeah,
I'm
definitely.
eating lots more of that, so as soon as I cool down, because the chocolate habanero is burning me.
It needs a companion, it needs a wing.
Yeah.
To have it by itself, or it shires.
Yeah. The chocolate habanero is going to companion well with a little chocolate sterry stuff. I'm big that one today. These are from that full size, isn't it?
I'll have a double portion of wings there today with some one of each, the pineapple and the chocolate on it. Thank you.
I'm blown away. So not it's me that's the worst. That's just too hot. So not judging the sauce's flavor, I'm really quite intrigued by the chocolatey flavor coming through. So great on that. Just too hot for me. So I'll avoid that one. But the pineapple habanero is working for me. That's
You know what worked for me last night? I whisked out on that challenge a couple of weeks ago, and didn't have my third chip. Yeah, so I kind of shared it last night. I cheated again, but damn, George, I had to get my. It helps to get your tolerance levels up a bit, okay?
well.
So I advise eating a Reaper every night before the show.
That's me and I. One day, when I, like I say, one day when I grow into Brian Man, we'll just, but for now I'll stick to the habanero level on.
Was it last week when we talked about that chili pot device that can measure the Scovilles?
Oh yes,
Yeah,
the 250k little.
Yeah, it's someone went actually online and checked and got a mail and found out that thing is costing 5,400 euros, excluding import taxes and postage. So yeah.
Okay, I thought
you can sponsor us one.
But so we each one. So only about 1.2 million viewers. If you each donate us £1, then we can get one. $1.
Not $500, just $1.
If each of you donate us $1, then we'll get some, and then we can actually test this.
How much does Tim's uncle cost?
Well, shortly, just guys, please follow us on the YouTube.
Yes.
Hit that bell button, like us, share us.
Notification
So
bell.
YouTube will be hopefully be a place to give that $1.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's many
Well, like I
other
said, in fact, I'm going to get you guys all onto blockchain, and then all of you are sitting watching. Then the likes, actually, we get paid for each person that likes, and nothing out of their pockets. So I'll get there. It's maturing. It's not quite there yet. Can't do live streams, that sort of a stuff.
So guys, like, share, come on, get our name out there.
So then one day when we are on there, it will.
That'll be awesome.
Make us the money we need to buy the $1 million struggle test.
So yeah, man.
Well, that would be a nice way to say, okay, this actually tests in at that. We did it.
Yeah.
And here's our show. Yeah.
And then you can see that they're all mad. So they have no more. That I am the real only human left on this show, and the rest of them have got taste buds of steel. But you agree with me? That is really hot.
It is really hot. It does need a companion. Like I put 2 drops.
Yeah,
the rest has been honestly like.
Yeah, so I'm going to be able to eat a whole basket of wings with the pineapple habanero. Then I can suggest everybody who is into chili, likes hot stuff but not mad burn, buy some of that with pleasure. It'll work well.
Yeah. Okay, so
until Wednesday.
yeah.
We miss you, Tim.
Yes, you, Tim.
Yes, Tim. I hope it's
Nice shirt, man.
If he's not
Should
watching,
be,
Yeah,
you
you
know
did
what,
it.
you'll be fired. Eh?
there we go. So actually, check out your little.
Yeah.
Okay, so I missed it. Fine.
it
The story.
got
I'm just a laborer, the guy that makes the wings, and I don't need to know the stories. It's fine.
Just the bride boy.
Just the bride boy, yeah, like fucking the hired owl. So yeah, thanks again for tuning in, guys. Love you.
Thank you.
Next, not just because